Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
See?
He helped me understand business on a different level, because I'm seeing him go from his independence to then becoming Puff Daddy. You know what I'm saying? And I got a front row seat looking at that. Thank God that I had that experience, you know?
Puff and Usher did have a situation, and that situation LAD Usher to the hospital. 14 years old, you're a dad. Now, would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp Hell? No, see, he helped me understand business and at a different level, cuz I'm seeing him go from his independence to then becoming Puff Daddy. You know what I'm saying, and I got a front row seat looking at that. Thank God that I had that experience. You know what I'm saying. So this Diddy situation is getting more disturbing by the minute. And now Diddy's former bodyguard Gan Deal is back with more shocking revelations about Diddy's alleged relationship with Usher, claiming that Diddy did something to Usher that put Usher in a hospital. Usher is believed to be one of the men mentioned in the latest lawsuit against Diddy filed by his former producer Rodney Jones, who claims Diddy bragged about sleeping with multiple industry men. But this isn't just about Diddy and Usher's preferences. The story is much darker because Usher was sent to live with Diddy at the so-called Puffy Flavor Camp when he was just starting out in the music business. What's strange is that when Usher was asked about Puffy Flavor Camp back in 2016, he claimed he would never send his own sons there. However, when he appeared on Club Shay last month, he praised Diddy and claimed Puffy Flavor Camps was the best experience. And this prompted Gene and Deal to call out Usher for protecting Diddy. However, a lot of people are now saying Gene is equally guilty for stand by and letting Diddy do God knows what to Usher. But that's not all. Just days after this new lawsuit against Diddy dropped, Usher jetted off to Bali to visit none other than Russell Simmons, who supposedly escaped to Indonesia to avoid extradition to the US over alleged crimes. So what's going on here? What did Gan Deal witness Diddy do to Usher? And why is Usher now hanging out with Russell Simmons? Let's break it down. And you said that, I know you can't go into detail, but you said that it was a situation where D sent him to the hospital. Let us explain that to you. Let us, your mom, explain that to you. The notorious Puffy Flavor Camp is back in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. And this time, Diddy's former bodyguard Gan Deal is claiming that during Usher's time at the Flavor Camp, Diddy allegedly put him in hospital. All kinds of disturbing rumors have been flying around about Diddy's Flavor Camp, from Diddy supposedly letting older women engage in questionable activities with Usher, to claims that Diddy himself did something to him. Usher landed in the heart of Diddy's bad boy crew, making him the youngest member there. Here he is, at age 15, arriving with Diddy at the 1995 Soul Train Awards. And then a few years back, this video surfaced off Diddy telling Kevin Hart he used to wake up with Usher in the same bed and wrestle. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10, and I was a little bit older as older brother. We used to feed over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying before pause was invented. You know I'm sighing, but it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the frosted flakes, because he used to always get up early, and now he, the richest in the world, you what the did Puff just say? Nobody's going to acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the frosted flakes, and we're streaming live now. Fast forward to 2016. When Usher talked to Howard Stern about Puffy Flavor Camp, and it looked like he was still trying to process whatever happened to him there. That's the crazy thing now. That was La Reed's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp there. You go to learn Flavor Camp. That's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's, he in the 90s style, do you? What that's like, Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and oring. Like non-stop, right? No. Not really, I mean. But hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things, yeah. But you were 13. What were? You seen, I went there to see the lifestyle, right? And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at it. It was pretty wild. It was so nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along say that, okay? I say what I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand, however. When Usher appeared on Club Shay last month, he completely changed the narrative, praising Diddy and claiming that Puffy Flavor Camp was one of the best experiences of his life. I don't think I would be the artist that I am today without the experiences that I had in New York City. But so great to have had those experiences because, one, I didn't have a bigger brother and my dad wasn't there in my life as a kid. So all these experiences just read me for life, so greater than just being an artist. That man helped me understand life. He helped me understand what it was to be an artist as he helped me understand what it was to be passionate about something. He helped me understand culture. He helped me understand business and in a different level, 'cause I'm seeing him go from his independence to then becoming Puff Daddy. You know what I'm saying. And then I got a front row seat looking at that. But if this was such a great experience for Usher, why did he tell Howard Stern that he would never send his sons to live with Diddy? And how come now that all these disturbing allegations about Diddy are flooding the headlines, Usher suddenly decided to talk about Puffy Flavor Camp again? Now, this latest lawsuit against Diddy, filed by Rodney Jones, doesn't mention Usher by name. However, some of the names are redacted, and the footnotes provide enough clues to figure out their identity. According to Jones, Diddy tried to pressure him into a compromising situation by claiming he had engaged in physical real teens with rapper redacted, R&B singer redacted, and Stevie J, and then the footnote for the R&B singer says performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. To be clear, Jones didn't accuse Usher of any wrongdoing. However, it seems he purposefully included him in the lawsuit, possibly to trigger more investigation into Diddy's past actions at Puffy Flavor Camps, at what these actions might have been, because Diddy's former bodyguard Gene Deal made a comeback on the art of dialogue and made some seriously disturbing allegations about what Diddy allegedly did to Usher. According to Gene, he witnessed Usher being taken to a hospital after Diddy did something to him. Gene also said it upset him when Usher praised Diddy on Club Shay because they both know what Diddy did to him was wrong. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying, because I had a certain feeling, and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay, and I don't mean to meant I on other people platforms, but he got on Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him, and everything. You know what I'm saying about the business, right? I know. And people know that was around there in that time. That Puff and Usher did have a situation, and that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you going to give him a pass, bro? You know I know. Gene then suggested that Usher's mom also knows what happened, and he urged Usher to speak out, 'cause you taking up with somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp. And he said, yo, would you send your son to Diddy? Camp, but yet still, you praise him. Damn man, you said that I know you can't go into detail. But you said that it was a situation where D didn't send him to the hospital. Let us explain that to you. Let us, Our mom explained that to music. You and a hospital was in Scarsdale, New York now. If this is true, and Gene witnessed it, wouldn't that make him an accomplice? It's no wonder fans are frustrated with Gene going on this interview spree. Now that Diddy is getting exposed, as for Usher, maybe he doesn't want anyone to know any of this, and he shouldn't be pressured to speak, especially if we're talking about some seriously traumatic experience. However, you do have to wonder what made Usher praise Diddy in that T-Club Shay interview and describe Puffy Flavor Camp as one of the greatest experiences. He could have easily refused to touch that topic. After all, we can assume all the Club Shay questions are approved beforehand. So what was Usher's agenda behind praising Diddy amid all these allegations? Well, some fans are now speculating that even though Usher may have been a victim, perhaps later down the road, he became an accomplice, and the reason people are saying this is because just days after Rodney Jones dropped his bombshell lawsuit against Diddy, Usher flew to Bali, and it looks like he's now hanging out with Russell Simmons at his yoga retreat center. Now Russell has a whole wagon of disturbing allegations attached to his name, and it's widely speculated that he moved to Bali because Indonesia doesn't have an extradition treaty with the U.S. Fans are now saying something is definitely off here, because it seems Usher wants people to see him with Russell, Wendell Simmons, who does not understand the word no and who allegedly likes underage women. He's currently hiding out in Bali. After the Super Bowl, did we fire the whole PR team? They'll also remember that there is another lawsuit that just came forward about Mr. Scene, Diddy Pop guy. And in there, it is mentioned that a R&B singer who just performed at the Super Bowl was on Papa Diddy Pop's yacht with underage KB and Bali, and to be in Bali. I with Russell wind up, and to post this picture after what happened last week is like you and Meek Mill, are y'all talking? Have y'all blocked Isle's publicist? Like what's it?